Thanks to Kimball International, who proudly donated furniture for the WJTS TV in.form set. As a long-standing commercial furniture company with their corporate headquarters located in Jasper, Indiana, they are dedicated to serving the communities in which they operate. Through their bold entrepreneurial spirit, history of craftsmanship, and commitment to creating personalized experiences, Kimball International's family of brands turn ordinary spaces into meaningful places. In standing true to their Dare to be Makers of Possibility purpose, they believe in empowering people to unlock their potential and bring it to life for their employees, customers, shareholders, and the communities that they support. Now here's 18 WJTS in.form.
Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and today we are joined by Judy Sonderman, the District President of St. Vincent de Paul. So welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So St. Vincent de Paul, or as my family likes to refer to it as St. Vinny's, is not just about the stores that you have around our area. It's a lot more than that, right?
Exactly. A lot of people know about the stores because it's a wonderful place to shop. We have so many generous people in this area that donate very good, gently used items. We're able to go through those clothes, household items, put them in our store and sell them. And so I always encourage people to come and shop at our store because it's a good environment and you're doing good for the environment by recycling. You know, you get rid of things you don't want, you take them to the store, people buy them. As well as the money that we raise in our store, we are able to help the local community as well as North Spencer people.
Yeah, so St. Vincent de Paul is a nonprofit, right?
Yes.
So with nonprofits and things like that, you not only are you putting it back towards being able to serve the community, you're also being able to create events and things like that that also like would benefit people, or if they need financial assistance and things like that.
Exactly, yeah. Recently we had an event at Ubler & Son. The Jasper Police Department inspected car seats, and then the people that came, if their car seat didn't pass inspection, we were able to give them a free car seat. So that was a very successful event, and we did find car seats that were not safe. And so now we're, by doing that in conjunction with other nonprofits as well as Ubler & Sons, we were able to get unsafe car seats off the road. And we do have some car seats left. So if you know anybody who thinks their car seat isn't good or is expecting a baby and is having financial problems, if they would reach out to their local Catholic church and just let them know, hey, this is my situation, and it's very easy, it's very anonymous. We come to the person, we'll meet with them with two people, and just say, hey, what's going on, and how can we help you? And this would work for the car seats, but if anybody just has any kind of financial need, because things happen in people's lives that you just don't even imagine, and it's not any of their own fault. A lot of times they're working, maybe a child gets sick or a spouse gets sick and is unable to work. And so then they need some financial assistance. Well, the Catholic Church has the St. Vincent de Paul ministry. It's funny you call it St. Vinny because, St. Vincent was actually a real person.
Yes.
He was 19 years old. Can you believe it?
Wow.
In 1883, this 19-year-old college student was challenged. He was like, some of his non-Catholic friends were saying, well, what do you Catholics do to help others? You're not showing your faith. You're not helping others. You're just going to church and he was right on the nose. And so St. Vincent, along with some other 19, 20-year-olds, they got together and they met Sister Rosalind Randu and said, how can we minister to people? And she said, well, the best way is meet them in their homes. And we still use that model today.
Wow, that's very, very good to hear. Again, I think I thought about it one or two times when I was at the store. I was like, oh, well, St. Vincent actually is somebody's name. Yes. I'm curious what the story is, so that's very enlightening for sure. And just the community aspect and being able to give back, because I think people, they feel ashamed when they need to ask for help, but it's a human thing to have to ask for help.
Absolutely.
So many things happen in our lives, and not everybody knows about what others are facing and challenges and stuff like that. So having a Catholic church to be able to provide a little bit of assistance, whether financially or otherwise, is just I mean, it's vital. That's why you guys are still here providing support however many years later.
Yes. And one of the things we do before we go and visit the people in their home is we send 2 people, but we pray before we go. And we say, God, be with us. Help us to meet these people where they are and help us to give them hope. Because so many times when you have a financial problem, you think you're down on yourself. And it's nothing you've done. And so we want to help them, to give them hope, to say, you can do this. You know, you're going to get through this bump in the road. Everybody's been through hard times. I mean, you know, as you get older, you look back and go, wow, that was a really tough time, but I made it, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway, and one of the things that would be really helpful is people that are listening to this show and watching it, if they know anyone that's struggling financially, encourage them, because it's hard to ask for help. And we want to help, and we are not just helping Catholics. Most of the people we help are not Catholics, because like I said, when the St. Vincent was started, it was started to help the people in France, and then it spread throughout the whole world and into the United States. And so any local Catholic church, you just call the local Catholic church again, or you can stop by and give them a little bit of information. You know, naturally we need your name and your phone number and your address, and then we'll call you. Like I said, we pray before we go, and we hope that we're spreading joy, you know, because there's a lot of negative in the world. And the other thing I'd like to talk about is, if you are a Catholic and want to get more involved, you know, every Catholic church has a St. Vincent de Paul ministry. And like the Holy Family Church, our St. Vincent de Paul ministry meets on Tuesday nights. We get together. We always start with a prayer. We talk about the finances, because, you know, you have to have money to pay people's bills. So we make sure we have enough money. And then we talk about the people we helped, and we end with a prayer. I mean, it's a very nice meeting, and I'm just amazed the people that I've gotten to know that I now think of as friends, which I wouldn't have ever got to know if I wouldn't have joined St. Vincent de Paul ministry at my church.
Yeah, that's very touching. Again, all good, lots of good information. It's a good organization, no matter if you're on the receiving or giving end.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and so you guys are currently looking for volunteers as well as workers for all of your stores and whatnot?
Yes. If you know anybody, again, viewers, if you know anybody that's looking for a part-time or a full-time job, we're always needing people, and it's more than a job. It's a ministry, because you're working the store or volunteering, either one, anywhere from 4 hours a week up to 25 or 26, 2 or 3 days a week, or if you want to be full-time, we have some positions. And you're helping to raise money that is going to go right back into the Du Bois County, as well as Northern Spencer community. The other thing we're really thinking about doing, if we could get some more volunteers, is we would like to do more things that are not just helping when somebody calls. For instance, we could do scholarships for people wanting to go to college. That's helping someone break the cycle of poverty. So, because so many times we go out and to help people, and they talk about, well, could your mom help you? Could your dad help you? No, they're in jail, or they're, because they have grown up in a cycle, and they need that little leg up as far as, okay, if we would give you a scholarship, then you could go to college, you could get a better job and break this cycle.
Yeah.
But it takes people. People have to review those applications, make sure that the people have a good plan and that they would be a good student in college. As well as we did a Kicks for Kids, where we bought tennis shoes for kids, which was really good. But again, that doesn't just happen. You need a chairman. You need people to show up at the stores to help the people when they come. To make sure we're spending our money prudently, that the people really are in need. So if you are thinking about getting involved in your community, joining St. Vincent de Paul is a really good thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And invite a friend. I think so many times you think, oh, I don't know about doing that. Just like you called me to come here to be interviewed. I was like, I don't want to be interviewed. But if you do it with a friend, it's easier.
Yes.
So if you have a friend and they want to get involved in something, say, hey, let's join St. Vincent. Let's go check them out. Let's go to St. Joe's or Celestine or Du Bois. Every Catholic parish, has a St. Vincent, and you could see how you could get involved. And it's not like a big commitment. You could just do 1 or 2 things.
That's perfect explanation of it. I myself, like, when I'm considering volunteering my time somewhere, it's like, well, how much of a time commitment is it? Is it going to be something that I have to dedicate a lot of time to? Is it intimidating? Taking the first step for a lot of people is hard, and I mean, that's just a human thing, so it's definitely all good information to know. So if you would refresh me on, like, where the stores are located in our district here, and like not necessarily the volunteer centers, but anywhere you would need help, where are we kind of located?
Right, so naturally the Jasper store, I think everybody's familiar with, on 3rd Avenue, and then our drop box is on Meridian if people want to donate. We are closed on Sunday and Monday because our workers, they deserve a weekend too. And so we always encourage people, if you're going to donate to St. Vincent, try to not do it on Sunday and Monday so that people don't have to come in on their day off and empty the drop box. So if you come, Saturday and bring your good, gently used items, or any time during the week, that's preferable. As well as if you want a receipt, you need to come when the store is open, so that there'll be people there to give you a tax receipt. So the Jasper one is people are most familiar with, but we also have one in Washington. That is a different district with St. Vincent de Paul. Like, I'm over the Du Bois County and Northern Spencer, but we have another president up there. So the Washington, they're really good people also, and they help a lot of people in Washington. There's one at Vincennes as well as 2 in Evansville.
Very good to know.
Got a lot of good stores, and people are just so generous. So I just want to thank your viewers for donating gently used items, things that you would feel comfortable giving to a friend. If something is damaged, or like if it's smelly, like a smoke or a pet odor, then don't donate that. Just throw it away. I always tell people the 3-pile methods. I don't know if you've heard of this before, but
maybe
you have a pile of things that you don't know if you want to get rid of or not. Put those in a box, put a date on them for a year. You have a pile of things that are sentimental or you want to give to a friend. That's good. Or donate them to St. Vincent, and then you have a junk pile. Just throw those out. So whenever you're going through your stuff and doing some spring cleaning, 3-pile method.
Yes, I think I definitely get in the tendency of either pitch it or donate it. And sometimes pitching it is better than donating, because you can't, there is so much in the world right now, so much tangible things that even a donation center can't use at all, or it's not up to par with what they can accept and things like that. So being generous in that sense as well.
Absolutely. If something's broke, throw it out. We do not have the manpower to fix things. A lot of people think, oh yeah, somebody can use it. No, people are coming to our store because they're buying that. So we don't want to, it's not something that if, that's not up to par to sell, we're going to just have to throw it away. 3% of our expenses are to trash. So a lot of people aren't like you, and they're like, oh, I'm just going to get rid of everything, and I'm not going to have 3 piles. I'm just going to have 2. The stuff I'm going to keep, and the stuff I'm just going to get rid of. But just throw it out if it's if it's broken, damaged, cat hair. We also can't take like TVs and like things like that, because of most of them are outdated, and so then we have to pay $8 to get them recycled. And so that, again, that's not helping people in the community, because it's really, the one thing I didn't talk about is how good it makes you feel when you go to somebody's house. This week we just helped a lady, has 3 children. She's working, but this time of year, sometimes the factories go down on hours. And so therefore, you still have the same amount of rent. You still have more utilities sometimes in the winter when they're down an hour. So we're able to come in there, we're able to pay her utilities. She's not getting her utilities shut off because you donated something. So that whole cycle where people donate, and then people are willing to go to the homes and meet with people, and then people are willing to reach out for help, because it's okay. I mean, my mom had a little trouble, and so when I was young, people helped us. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
I'm in the same boat. I can remember when my mom also reached out for various things. So it's more common than people think.
Exactly. Yeah. When you go on a retreat and you hear people give a witness, and you think, wow, I always thought they had it all together. But everybody has downs in their life. Everybody.
So. And St. Vincent de Paul is an organization there
We're here to help you.
So very exciting. If anyone was wanting to get in contact with you or the district or anything like that, what's the best way to reach out?
Yeah, well, if they have any questions about the store, like something that we would accept, one of the things we're not able to do anymore is pick up. We used to be able to go to people's home and pick up it. With the labor shortage, we just can't. We can't do it as far as like, you know, injuries that we were having. So if you have any questions about anything with the store, what they might accept, because a lot of times people say, well, would you take a king bed?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll take the bed, but we can't take the mattress and box springs because it's against the Indiana law. So we can't take a baby bed because of all the regulations.
Yes.
So it's good to just call the store, 812-482-1840, and then if they want to get involved in their local church in St. Vincent, just call your local church or even read your bulletin because it'll be in there as far as when we have our meetings.
Very good to know. Thank you so much, Judy,
Thank
for
you for
sitting
having me.
down. For your first TV interview, you did super well.
It was pretty painless.
Yes. I mean, we try to keep it the least amount of dentist office-like as we can.
That's
we provide
right.
the couch, we provide conversation, and whatever transpires, transpires. So we hope to see you again, and only good things from St. Vincent de Paul in our area here.
Yeah, a lot of good things are happening.
Yeah, and thank you so much at home for watching. Again, go visit your local St. Vincent de Paul store, or you could donate to St. Vincent de Paul, and there's so many different opportunities to help your local community in a different way and in a more spiritual way as well. So you've been watching 18 WJTS in.form. We are local people watching local people.